So today you join me at Horcott Lakes near Fairford. I fished here a few times before for carp. It's the first time I've tried it for pike. It's been highly recommended, so we'll see how the session develops. Probably been fishing 10 minutes, both rods out on simple running rigs, both flick down the margins. I've got joey mackerel on both at the moment. Got quite a wide selection of baits that we'll go through later on today as well. We'll show you the setups, we'll show you what we're doing step by step through the day, and hopefully we will have a pike or two to show you. So we'll keep you up to date and we'll see how the session develops. Ridiculous power. It's a blank saver, that's what that is. Nice. Off the mark, dude.
Top angling.
I saw that rod tip go, see I was on it before the alarm even went, before the Delkim even realised I was on it.
Mark, see that little twitch? Straight on it.
So, just under an hour from the start of the session, and we've saved the blank. A lovely Horcott pike. Certainly not the biggest in here. We've been told they go to 33. There is some 20s, but this one just under £8. Definitely do me for a start to the session. So taking on a little joey mackerel, just cast down the margin, tiniest little tap 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 on the indicators, and we were away. Fantastic. So 2.5 hours in, this is my second pike on the bank, just under £6.5. We lost one about half an hour ago, but that's the chances you take. I always try and strike early to avoid that deep hook in, and on that occasion I think I probably got a bit excited and struck just a little bit too early. But this one came on a smelt, fished under a tree, so we'll carry on and see if we can get another one. So, I thought we'd take this opportunity to talk to you about dead baits for pike. There is a multitude of dead baits out there on the market, and on the top of this bucket is just a few of the ones that I use in my piking. So I think my favourite, and the bait that's got me a bite today so far, is the Joey mackerel. Full of oil, and for me it's a perfect size for pike as well. I will sometimes chop the head off, but that's probably my go-to bait. Second is mackerel tail. Some people have their best bites on the head. For me, it's always been a half a tail, and again, that's a very good size for me for both casting, and I think it's a good bait to release a lot of oils out of there. Smelts probably need no introduction. These are very good as well. Stay on the hooks very well, good for casting. And then we get to some of the others. So there's sardines. These are a very good bait, and one that I like to use under a drifter float. They release a lot of oil, but they do come apart quite easy. They break down quite quick. So I don't tend to use these if I'm trying to cast any real distance, but margin fishing, and as I say, under a drifter float, perfect. Then we go on to some other baits. Herrings are very good, full of oil. I wouldn't use this as a whole bait personally on the waters that I fish, but I know people that do. I tend to cut them in half, and I can use either a head section or a tail section. Something a bit out there that's come onto the market in the last few years, they're called blueies. Very long bait, again, let off a lot of oil, very similar to mackerel. So if you can't get the mackerel, the blueies are quite a good option as well. Again, I wouldn't use this as a whole bait because, as you can see, it's quite long. Half baits, quite often I'll use a tail section, chop the head section up and put it out there in the margin as some ground bait as well. And of course, how to present them. So treble hooks with the wire trace is essential. What we tend to do as well is on the treble hook, crush the barbs down on 2 of those, and then have one that just holds the bait on. So these are just a selection. There's lots on the market. Sprats are very good under a float as well because they're quite small. You've got lampreys that just leak oils and blood all day. So there's lots of options out there, but for me, Joey mackerel is my #1 bait. So it's coming up to midday. Probably spent longer in this first swim than I should have done, but have had 3 bites. So haven't had a bite for over an hour. So we've put everything on the barrow now, and we're going to do a quick move, just a couple of swims either side. I'm still not completely decided which way we're going to go, so we're going to bring the rods in now, have a quick look at a couple more swims. I'm going to go and try our luck somewhere else to see if we can get another bite in the next hour. Probably stay for an hour in the next swim. If we don't get anything, we'll move again. The lake's becoming a lot emptier than it was this morning now. A lot of people have started to go home, so our options are a bit more open. But you know, we've had 2 pikes so far. We'd like to get another one, being greedy, but rod's in now, and we're going to go for a walk, see if we can find another swim, and we'll catch up again soon. Do double alert quick. Yeah, well, it's a double, but I can see the bait and it doesn't look very well hooked. So the move paid off. Just under an hour. Me and Steve were starting to think that maybe we'd made the wrong move, but then the old bobbin dropped and we got this one just under £10, so almost that magic double. We will keep the search going, stay tuned and see what else the day brings. So it's coming to the end of the afternoon now. I've had one more fish this afternoon. Big question is now, what do I do? Do I pile everything on the barrow and do one more swim, or do I sit it out here? It's definitely been quieter the last couple of hours, but as you can probably see, there's a winter sun quite bright in the sky at the moment, which isn't helping. So as that drops out of the sky, I would expect, hope, pray that we'd get one more bite before the end of the day. So it really is now whether I throw the dice once more, chuck everything on the barrow and go to one more swim that I've got my eye on around the other side of the lake, or whether we sit it out here. So next 5 minutes I'm going to have to make a decision, or it's going to be too late. So we will see what happens, and hopefully you will see me with another pike very soon. So decision was, we did move swims, we made the effort, loaded up the barrow, moved a few swims around the other side of the lake. Rods are out, nothing just yet, as you can see. Final cup of tea time. So we're going to have this cup of tea. I might recast the rods once more before dark, but we'll probably fish just into dark now. Still hopeful of a bite, especially here, some really nice overhanging trees either side. So I think we've made the right decision, but only time will tell. So despite everything we said, that last swim just didn't produce. So I said to Steve, do you fancy one last move? Literally dropped the dead bait off the end of the tree, putting the rod back on the rest, and we were in. Fourth of the day, just over £6.9 I think this one went. Probably the smallest of the day, but very, very welcome. This will probably be the last fish of the day. We are going to give it another 10-15 minutes. So we may get another one, but happy days. 4 pike on a winter's day, can't be bad.